No, I want to talk about no.
Modern pop music.
Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube, Twitch, and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Membership starts at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, if you are interested in joining any of our campaigns, we do have open slots available. Reach out to me and let me know. They tell me Advar walked where the rest could not. Not through trickery, not through force, through stillness. I can see it well enough in my mind. The mountain air thinning, the thunder counting itself against stone, and him standing there, small and stubborn, refusing to seek what could only be felt. That has always been the way of true things. They say the grove opened, not with light, but not with spectacle, with recognition. He stepped into a place that remembered him, and in that place where roots whispered and wind kneels, a small figure mistook him for Badger. Ah, Badger. You are a shadow that refuses to fade. The spirit was angered at first, protective. The giant slain, the wyverns hunted, old balances disrupted by mortal urgency. That is often how it begins. Violence mistaken for necessity, necessity mistaken for righteousness. But the grove spoke, and through it the old true surfaced. Before gods, before crowns, before cities of stone and pride, there were roots. The gods shaped elves in their image. The Fae answered by shaping Kender in theirs. Fearless, wandering, forever searching for something they could not name. And so the groves were tended. Fae remained behind, caretakers for a people who would never stay. 7 groves, 7 roots, holding Kryn steady beneath its wars. One had already fallen silent, the Grove of Return, its heart taken, a wooden heart the size of a halfling, beating like a living thing, stolen, corrupted, claimed. Advar's mother stepped into that silence. Of course she did. That is what Thornbush blood does. And the Black Tower mages, yes. Immortality has always been the most vulgar ambition. They seek the grove of life now. I am certain of it. They believe the world is something to extract from rather than belong to. Fools. The spirits named the one Advar entered, the Grove of Storms, a fitting place for revelations. 6 pearls were given, 1 for each of them, blessings not purchased but entrusted, and a pack of jerky so heavy it could anchor a ship. That detail I admire most. When they descended from the mountain, they did not leave in triumph. They bargained. 3 horses a month in exchange for safe passage through the pass under Ebenezer's flag. Practical solution. Not heroic, not poetic, but necessary. Tanatar frightened half a garrison with wyvern joke. Some traditions must be upheld. Ebenezer reclaimed his vessel once he realized trade would not be the party's focus. That was inevitable. He is a man who counts coins. They count something else now. They remained in Palanthus long enough for Lanner to shape storm iron into purpose. A long sword for Sir Roderick, heavy, dignified, inevitable. A staff for Ripley, far too large, I imagine, and perfect for that reason. Arrowheads for Tanatar, silent things that fall under thunder does not. And then they sailed. Not on Ebenezer's broad-bellied merchant pride, on something leaner, faster, relentless. I watched from the high terrace as the new ship cut through the bay, smaller and sharp as intent. The sails caught the morning wind with impatience. This ship is named the Foam Shot. Subtlety has never been the strength of Ebenezer. She rides lower to the water than she should, eager for open sea. The nets still hang in the mountains. The lighthouse rises again. Palanthus pretends at peace, but the roots are stirring. And somewhere ahead lies Dockin Wood, and another grove that waits to be remembered. So long, my friends. I shall see you when you return to the Northern Lands next. With the few of you destined to return, that is. You all hear the goodbye that you are being given by Lorien. For many of you, it is strange to think how he knows all of this information. You don't recall telling him everything like that.
Bards always have their way. It's just the nature of them. They dig out little details.
Truly.
Never really had this issue before I joined you all, but somebody recording your actions and telling tales of your feats is entertaining, but also a little alarming if we ever encounter something that is best not shared.
I think Lorien knows what needs to be kept secret. I think that's within his ability.
I don't think he'd be here as long as he has been doing his expertise and his art if he wasn't.
I'll send you an early copy of my next tome of stories. All of your tales and gatherings that you've done thus far.
Send me an early copy, and I'll annotate some maps.
Oh, no.
You know, Tanatar, there's an easy way to avoid stories you don't want getting out because they're, embarrassing or criminal or whatever. Just don't do anything that would be like that. Don't do anything dishonorable and you're fine. Then every story about you is a heroic tale and they can all be told.
Or if you don't want heroic tales, don't be a hero. Retire.
I wasn't so concerned about that, more so knowledge that we have, well, one of us has, looked at Oddvar, that supposedly, if it's shared, ends the world at some point.
I tried that retirement plan. A bunch of strangers showed up at my home and brought darkness and evil, and then bathed in the holy water.
Oh, by the sounds of it, you weren't really tending to the water anyway, so that's fine. Anyways, goodbye, everyone. Have a good sail. Try not to die too early in your adventure.
Pretty sure that's always the goal, but
I will do my best.
all right, let's set sail. Does this ship have a pilot, or is one of us driving?
One of you.
All right. Have any of you sailed a ship before?
I was going to mention that. Maybe we need a crew.
No, he gave you a small enough boat that all of you can man it.
All right. Well, I was the navigator on the larger vessel.
Wait, so you guys just spent the last few months on a boat, and none of you ever bothered to learn how to sail any of it?
The captain. Oh,
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the captain didn't really want to talk about what she was doing. I mean, I asked, but yeah, she just sort of told me to keep an eye on the maps and stop bothering her.
She said the ship is her responsibility.
Well, I admit that sounds like a lot of captains I've met. Still would have been a good idea to learn something, but luckily... Oh, go ahead, Ripley.
All I know is sails go down and go towards the direction of the wind. That's about it.
I grew up in a port city. I spent years under the tutelage of a master shipwright. And my family owned a lot of boats. I do know how to sail. So, I guess I'm taking the wheel.
Our problem solved then. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Just make sure if you see land, don't run into it.
Yeah, I'm quite aware how that part works, but it is a good reminder.
I guess that means you've been promoted to captain.
I think I already was a captain.
Perfect.
You're like, bitch, that's a demotion. I was a major.
No, I didn't. I switched orders before I got promoted higher than that.
Is there like a crow's nest in this thing?
Oh, God, no. No, you guys are... You're taking a slightly larger keel boat out there, which is an elongated boat with a simple sail. It's like a sailing boat for, like, recreational sailing.
Oh, okay.
It is, yeah, it is mannable by U6, but it is going to have to be, like, resting rotations of working and doing other things, and then, you know, him being the captain and telling you guys what to do.
Is there a cover, or is it always under?
There's a lower deck, but it can't support any of you standing other than Ripley and Advar.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm. But you can sleep down there. And half of your cargo space is currently food and water.
I take it I don't have space for my horse. It's fine if I can't.
Yeah, you can get another horse. It's fine.
Stuck on the deck the entire trip.
The horse is just standing in the middle. Like,
I did spend a majority of my money on a horse, but that's all right. I didn't expect to actually use it anyway, so it's fine.
Why'd you buy a horse?
Because I'm a knight, damn it! And I have to have a horse if I'm a knight. It doesn't make a difference if it makes
Well, if you want to
sense from a gameplay standpoint. It makes sense from a roleplay standpoint.
If you want to swap it out for a pony, you can take a pony.
No. Well, God, no, I'm not getting a pony. I'm a knight, damn it.
I mean,
I have a war horse.
Oddvar's
Yeah,
got good
Warcode.
animal handling. I could probably keep him calm on deck.
It won't fit. Like,
Yeah. I have animal
lay
handling,
down.
but I'm not gonna bring my horse on a boat this small. That's just full with a horse.
it's
I'll be
stuck there for
fine.
3 months. Every druid in the realm comes after you, like PETA. How dare you do that to the horse?
I knew I was wasting most of my money when I bought a horse.
Okay.
You can always ship it.
That horse would be out in the elements the entire time, sun beating down on them, no cover.
It would never forgive me.
They would eat so much of our foods and water.
It's fine. I just wanted to know whether I could bring him or not. I'm fine if I can't.
Alrighty. So, you cannot fit it on. But now that you guys have a captain, let's see how well the captain is going, shall we? Captain, my captain, would you be so kind as to roll me a survival check? You do have a navigator, so you have advantage on this.
Sweet. I even have
So-
survival.
If I'm navigating, does that mean I can't give him guidance as well?
Unless you are going to overexert yourself, not really. Save
Okay.
that for things when, like, you get, don't be running back every minute. Guidance!
Well, I figured I'm
Guidance.
sort of standing back there with him, Like I'm
Guidance.
sort of there
Yeah, it's,
looking at maps. But yeah, no.
We're good. I got a nat 20.
yeah. So, you are reading the waves and reading the sky and judging by the directions very easily. Getting through the bay is honestly the easy part of all of this. And getting through a place like this is honestly too easy for you. You shouldn't be bothered with it. But you are going to make good time. You're going to take the safer route since you are entering into the warmer months of the year, which also means the tide is going to begin to shift and change. You do not want to be in deep waters with this ship. You want to be in more shallow waters hugging the coast.
Yeah, it's a coast hugger. Yeah.
So, the new ship cut cleanly through the waters of Palanthus Bay. Slimmer and faster. Oh, wait, I have to change the song. Sorry. Voyage Together song. The new ship cut cleanly through the waters of Palanthus Bay. Slimmer and faster than the merchant vessel that once bore the weight of trade and politics. She did not groan beneath cargo or boast gilded rails. She moved like an arrow, loosed from tension. Behind them, Palanthus rose in pale stone tiers, the great city still bearing scars beneath its restored banners. The high Claris Tower stood resolute against the mountains, and along the harbor scaffolds creaked where shipwrights rebuilt fleets lost to dragonfire. Nets still stretched across the high ridges, overlooking the bay, remnants of wartime defenses. Against aerial assault, they fluttered now in gentler winds, less desperate, more symbolic. The city was healing. Slowly, the new vessel caught the wind as they passed through the breakwater. Sir Roderick stood at the stern, at the helm, gaze fixed southward. Advar lingered near the rail, eyes not on the horizon but on the sea itself, as though listening for something beneath it. Tanatar watched from the rigging lines as if they might betray secrets. Maximum leaned against the mast, silent and thoughtful. Nimbus tapped tobacco into his pipe with absent precision, and Ripley moved everywhere at once, anxious about this smaller ship that is being hoisted around by the waves that are almost the size of the ship itself. The coast of Solamnia slid away behind them. The voyage of Kergoth was swift and uneventful. 3 days under favorable wind. They passed fishing vessels, flying blue Solamnic pennants, and once saw the distant spire of a coastal watchtower rebuilt after the war. Gulls followed in their wake, hopeful and loud. When Kergoth came into view, it was as it had been. Still rebuilding, still resolute. Its pale stone harbor walls were newer than the surrounding cliff. Fresh mortar stood out in bright lines between older granite blocks. The docks were orderly, patrolled by guards wearing white waistbands of authority. Above the port rose the town proper, half elven elegance, half human pragmatism. Structures curved upward with arched windows and slender balconies. But the lower districts bore the practical geometry of Solamnic reinforcements. It is here that you all have to resupply. And as you are resupplying, it is also here where you meet back up with Violet, who gets onto the ship. Unless, of course, you all wish to deny her that.
Oh, welcome aboard. Make some room.
Wait, who is this?
Hi.
Oh, this is a...
You see a drow woman walks up to you, wearing vibrant clothing and cloth and carrying underneath her arm many different easels and large canvases. Hi, I'm Violet.
Violet. I am Sir Roderick Ashmetal. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, I know. Pleasure to meet you too. You were late to their last endeavors.
Well, I was told to meet them in Palanthus. Was not aware they were coming all the way to Kargoth, or I just would have met them all here. It would have saved me a significant amount of travel.
And possibly save someone else.
Yes, so I've heard.
Anywho, I look forward to painting all of you again. Did you have a good time at the funeral?
I wouldn't necessarily say a good time,
Oh?
but it was peaceful.
You don't celebrate death?
Well, if it's death that could have been prevented, no.
I celebrate life, not death.
That is a marvelous way to do things. Maybe that's a little different. Anyways, I'm looking forward to our adventuring.
Seems we're finally traveling to our original destination down by Newport and Qualinesti. I think that was our original explanation to you when we last met. Had a bit of a detour since then, but we're now continuing on our way.
Wonderful. She walks back onto the ship, sits down at the helm again, and begins setting up her easel like she did previously. Oh. Advar. Don't worry. I don't tell anybody anything. I only draw it. And she hands you a portrait of the first grove.
Oh my.
Everyone else, that looks impractical. That is some surreal bullshit. Groves don't look like that. Trees don't bend that way. Water doesn't flow that direction. Like, that's just completely impractical. But Advar, that is spot on.
But it was. Thank you very much.
Is this another one we have to murder? Tanatar?
No.
No. Well,
I'm not asking you, short timeline.
that's amazing. I don't talk to short timelines. I'll say, no, I don't believe so. Well, I look at the painting. It seems that they were a bit overzealous with their depiction of the grove, so that might not be recognizable at all, and not really a worry. So if they continue that kind of a thing moving forward, I don't think it'll be an issue.
About to be longer than yours. Very well. Just know you can be greatly rewarded. I know the locations of a bowstring that is very powerful.
Yeah, you told me about that one. I know that one too. Ah.
Where is it? I look at you, Advar.
Oh yeah, like I'm gonna say it now.
I haven't killed
I
you
know.
yet. No,
Wow.
If we make our way in that vicinity, maybe I'll let you know.
is this one of the things that you are not allowed to share about, lest the world end?
No, this was one of the rewards he was offering us. He told us where 2 of them were, and
Yes.
he promised 4, but he only told us about 2.
Because you never finished your work, you bum.
What are you talking about? These moons are where they are.
You're still alive.
I'm working on it.
How are you going to pay him with a magical item after his death?
Well,
That doesn't even make sense from a logistic standpoint.
that was going to be the end of the adventure at Hull. They weren't supposed to abandon me in the mountains and use me as bait for the giants.
You're alive, aren't you?
Only because my superior craftsmanship and being.
Or because we killed most of the giants?
No, they left me there like over a year ago. I was stuck in that wall, hiding, unable to move because of my weakened arms. For
Arthur
over a
freed you
year.
freed you from your imprisonment.
You're why I was there in the first place.
You could have stayed at the observatory.
No, I couldn't. You wanted items. You wanted to deceive me.
No, you wanted the information kept hidden, and we definitely stopped those people that we were after. And soon enough I will be off to the final adventure, but not yet.
Sir Roderick, don't your people have a saying about leaving a man behind?
You're a woman.
I am not. I am Frank. I do not have a gender, but your stupid verbiage prefers using manly things so that you can feel right about it. Mortals are weird.
And
Why does genitalia matter to you, creatures, so much?
Essential to
Procreation.
propagating the species.
That was the first good answer to that question I've ever received. Yeah, no, this is Frank. The tiny little eyeball guy.
Thanatar thinks it over and goes, well, I probably would have given you more of an assassin answer, but certain genitalia are a good weak spot for certain individuals.
yes, thanks for the heads up.
The good old cunt punt. Ugh.
Well, as fun as negotiating with Frank is, I imagine it's going to take us a couple of days to get supplies, so I'm going to ride off for a couple of days, and I'll be back before we leave.
Don't buy any more horses.
I'm not buying any horses. I'll rent one here. I don't know if you intended us to be here, Joey, but I cannot pass through Kargoth as a character without stopping.
No, this is the right place
Okay.
for you guys to resupply before your next
Okay.
stretch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I assume me and Nimbus have been working on the projects down below.
Oh, yeah. You and Nimbus. That makes sense. We'll have him just doing that for the items. Whose weapon would you have done first?
Probably along the route down here. Probably Sir Roderick's and then mine, and then
Nice.
we'll do all the Thanatar's arrows after.
So, by this point, Sir Roderick, you have Sky's refusal.
Sweet.
Frank, why don't you might as well make yourself useful and tie off the boat?
Okay. Now, Frank will look at you. No. I do not possess the capabilities of that. Do you see me? I'm barely the size of the palm of your hand. Yeah.
That's
He's
pretty
this
big,
big.
actually. He's got meaty claws.
Frank will just fly away. So, Sky's Refusal's ability. It is a +1 longsword. That, when you crit with it, deals an additional D8 lightning damage.
Alrighty. I will replace my weapon in my scabbard with that. Then I will wrap up the current sword and I will take it with me where I'm going to turn it in.
Alrighty. So, would you like to describe where you are headed off to?
I guess that depends upon if anyone asks Sir Roderick. Otherwise, no, he won't.
Yeah, where are you going?
Hey!
My family's keep is on the outskirts of Kargoth.
Oh.
And let's just say I would be in serious trouble if I passed through without stopping by. It would be the end of me and most of my happiness.
Understood.
Advar is going to turn and say, wife or father?
Both. You're welcome to come if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that sounds like a nice adventure.
Well, we'll have to get why can I not remember a carriage? Should just be easier to take us all in a carriage rather than rent individual horses for everyone.
We're in Kirgath. You could just use our benefactor's carts.
That's true. There is a cart and horses at the warehouse. As the warden of the path, I will requisition them for a quick trip.
If you need help, Jabber can help you.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure as the inheritor of his notebooks, I believe all of that stuff is in Starport, not Kargaroth.
Correct.
You're right.
But this is also where Lady Aramont and Sister Halira are. If you want to go to the church and say, "Give me your carriage." This is also where there's a strong presence of Knights of Solamnia. So if Sir Roderick wishes to go up to them and say, "Give me your horse," they will.
I can get us a conveyance up there. It'll probably take a chunk of the day to get there, but it's not too far away.
Well, I have no reason to stay by the boat. I'm waiting for all of you, so let's go.
Me and Nimbus are just working on the stuff.
Well, there's no reason for you to stay with the boat on your own, Ripley. Yeah.
Leave Frank with them.
Oh, God. I imagine that Frank will cause no end of entertainment at the family. Yeah.
Oh, I just want to hear his story when we get back.
Oh. Yeah. Though I'm not sure if Frank wants to expose himself to a bunch of other people, because doesn't that, spread too much information about you, Frank? Wouldn't it be better if you hide below decks?
He already flew into the sky. He's, nowhere
he's
to be
gone.
seen.
Okay.
Yeah. He ain't dealing with this shit.
Yeah, he just randomly shows up, he is an asshole, and then, disappears.
Yeah, it's great.
Works for me.
Tanakard keeps him around.
So I think, where is the... I will stop by the dry dock because I am good friends with Tallow the elf that runs it, and have him see if he can have people watch the boat while we're gone.
Yes, sir. No problem, sir.
Oh, come on. It's not that formal between us, Talbrook.
It's more these guys. But yeah,
It's
not
nice
a
that you
problem.
keep up appearances.
Somebody has to. You need to polish your boots. Looks like you've been working for a living.
Hey, I've actually got to sail. Been
Someone
years.
let you behind the helm.
Shut up, Baron.
Did you guys not ask him what happened to his last vessel that he sailed?
Inform us, please.
It made it into dock fine.
It made it under the dock.
Same difference. It was here.
And it wasn't the horse on board? No.
Oh, thank God there was no horses on board.
Everyone on that boat could swim just fine. Everyone made it back to land. Alive.
And the vessel?
Is that what that stick that's pointing out of the water is?
No, my family happily paid Marin here to repair the boat. It's sailing
That was
somewhere.
A great winter.
Wasn't my fault. I don't negotiate with pirates, and I didn't know they had a catapult.
I don't negotiate with pirates.
What you do with giants?
Whoever smelt it.
I didn't technically negotiate with the giant. Maximum did.
I'll take that.
And we were technically in the giant's territory, though that's debatable on whether it's their territory or whether it's Odvar's territory. But the seas do not belong to the Minotaurs, no matter what they claim. Their islands are nowhere near here.
Yeah, fuck
Thank
the
God.
Minotaurs.
Yeah, we had our run.
Minotaur pirates. Horrible things.
Were we supposed to return these when we left last time? And I'm just scratching at the red band.
Yes, but keep it now. What are they going to do? Take it from Sir Roderick's people?
We can turn them in when we leave. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't really ask for them back, so...
Well, most people would have done to turn them in on the way in, but on the way out, but that's all right. It's a piece of cloth. It's not the end of the world.
Agreed.
Shall we wander around?
No, we
Yeah.
were going to his keep.
Or do that. That's fine too.
Unless somebody suggests otherwise, I will head to the Sylvolic Knights and get a wagon. And I don't really need a carriage. Well, wagon's fine for all these guys.
That'll
If you
be-
guys want a carriage, you guys have to go talk to the lady and get a carriage.
Wagon
Fine.
works for me.
All right, Odvar and Ripley are sitting on Tanatar and Maximum's laps. And here...
Advar's riding Simon in deer form.
Okay. So you all watch as a spectral shine appears next to Odvar as a deer walks out. That has the same chaotic, destructive scowl as Simon always does.
Well, they've seen him before. I'll put on his saddle.
Yeah, he rode him up into the mountains originally.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then everyone kept saying, like, send up your bird to scout him. Like, he's a deer.
Can I borrow
Deer,
your
this guy.
Can I borrow your stick?
I'm gonna put Ripley on my shoulder, not my.
Well, now you don't need a stick. You're on his shoulder.
I was gonna ride the freaking the broom.
So, as you all begin to ride up the path outside of Karagoth, you head eastward for a good couple of miles. It takes you into this thin forestation. This place where the trees were once incredibly dense but now have been muted, dug up, and creating a large landscape. You notice that many of the trees have scar marks from blades chipping against them and from clubs whacking against them. You also begin to notice that there are these large looming traps all around this forestation as well. There's these massive swinging pendulum arms made of wood with branches connected to them and with rope keeping them tied up at various locations. These traps are oddly very visible to all of you from this point coming in. Sir Roderick, this is the training grounds. These forests and these trees are where your family spends a lot of their time training, learning how to dodge large attacks or take them, learning how to strike against foes stronger and thicker of scale, like trees. Though after fighting a dragon, trees have nothing on dragons.
What do you think they're trying to trap with those trees?
Well, the trees are mostly to trap people because that's the only thing big enough. But you could, if enough of them fire at the same time, you can trap something much, much larger.
Or at least restrain them.
Yes. You just need to really position something well to hit multiples at once. But it can happen. It just takes some effort. And that's why we practice it, because it's not easy to do.
As you all continue traveling through, you break out of the thinned forestation, and you see this vast, open field in front of you. The grass is only about boot height, not even reaching the tips of it. And you see out towards the west, or towards the north of you, there is this large stone building, looks recently constructed, with about 30 people that look a bit rugged and a bit unkept that are currently being trained by someone. You see a man dressed very similarly to that of Sir Roderick, but in less ceremonial garbs, more practical, instructing this group of 50 men on how to swing their weapons properly, how to carry the weight of heavy armor. Though none of them are currently wearing armor, they are instead wearing ropes with sacks of grain tied to them to simulate having that extra weight on your body. As they are marching through the area, practicing their attacks and drills, you see one of the men collapses, and you hear the man shouting back at him, "What, is the weight too much for you? The weight of responsibility is far worse. The weight of loss of your fellow companions worse. Stand up or crawl out." And you hear one of the men begin to cry.
Look, he's at perfect height to be clubbed.
Well, don't club the trainees. That's up to their commander to do. Violence in training must be applied in a direct portion at the right time. Otherwise, it's just a waste.
Has to be focused on his disadvantages to make him better.
Exactly. No.
Sir Roderick, is this good company here?
These are part of the garrison being trained here by my father, or by my father's men. My father rarely actually does any actual training. He's got far more important parts of state to accomplish than training the men.
Yeah. Well, that one looks more like a future vagrant than a soldier.
Well,
just curious. Go ahead. Go ahead.
They're not dressed in their armor and everything for training. It would just get it extra dirty for no reason. Then you got to spend all that time cleaning it. They'll be issued their full armor when they've passed their training and they're worthy of it. Not until then.
Just curious. The more you know.
Yes. They're good questions.
As you all are riding your way up towards this larger compound, and it does have to be called a compound. It is not exactly a tower, it's not a castle, it's not a estate. It is a place with fortified walls around the exterior, with large trebuchets inside the walls that look like they're ready to be put back together, and with stone constructs around the location that act both as aesthetic but also guards against any other trebuchets that would be thrown in here to attack the main facility. As you get up to the front gates that are currently up, you notice that there is a moat 10 feet wide, 10 feet deep, separating you all from this compound. The drawbridge is currently down, however, and you see on the inside that there are 2 children currently going over attack drills against dummies in this courtyard. They are attacking with what appears to be wooden longswords and striking really, really quickly. Would you like to describe the kids for us, Sir Roderick?
Let me get my list here. The older one is about 7. He looks to be overly serious for his age. He is really throwing himself into training and attempting to do everything with a precision far beyond what his little body is actually capable of. But he is certainly trying. The younger one is much younger, only 4, and could barely carry the small stick that they've given her. But she is not even really trying. She's playing. She's spending more time poking at her brother than actually trying to hit the actual thing she's supposed to, and is constantly being reprimanded by her brother for doing so. As she's not supposed to be playing, she's supposed to be practicing.
And you do notice the 7-year-old. He is doing these attack sequences where he strikes high up over the arm of the dummy, and then pivots and swings towards the hip, and then he tries to reposition himself to get a thrust into it. But he's stumbling on that 3rd strike without being able to get it solidly into place. To many of you, it is astonishing that he's moving quickly enough to get 2 strikes in. I mean, maximum barely gets 2 strikes in. His 3rd one only comes when he's really close in the fight. Sir Roderick, similar. But to everyone else, you're a 1 attack and done type of person. And then as he finally manages to get that 3rd strike in properly, down, pivot, and stab into it, he throws his arms up. I did it! And then the little girl whacks him right in the side at the exact moment. I told you, not the ribs! Not the ribs! Grandpa, she hit my ribs again.
Go for the kidney. Go for the kidney.
She does not need any help with knowing to go to the weak spots, Ripley. Aldrich, that is why you always keep your guard up, especially around siblings.
Dad?
Aldrich, it was a masterful strike, but you let your excitement overwhelm you. You must keep control, even after victory.
Yes, sir. And then he runs up to you and gives you a hug. You see your daughter sneaking up behind him with the wooden stick, aiming for the backs of his knees.
I'll wait for her to get really close, and right before she swings, I will spin so that he's out of the way, and then I will grab her arm as she moves to grab it, and I will use it to toss her up and toss her like up over my shoulders so that she's riding on the back on the top of my shoulders.
Hey, no fair. I was gonna get him.
You'll have a lifetime to get him.
Hi, Dad.
Elowen, where's your mother?
I think she's currently making food. We have a bunch of new recruits, so she's helping out the bakers with all of that stuff. If I'm being honest, she's not very good at it. Oh my god, you have a pet dragon!
It's not a pet dragon.
Wait,
These,
is he your prisoner?
no, these are my companions.
Oh.
Which one of us is she talking about?
I was about to say. Oh. And I say, do I look like a pet, or does Riley look like a pet?
Wait, that's real? It looks down at you, Ripley. You're real? You're a person? Wait, is that a
He's
person?
my
Dad?
lunch.
Oh. That makes more sense. Hi, Dad's companion. Dad, you're hanging out with weird people. A Kender? Where's your wallet?
I'll check.
Sadly,
My
there's
bag.
nothing in it.
You still have it, but for some reason there's a button in there.
I'll hand it to Elowen. Here, I found this on the way somewhere.
A button?
I don't know. They wind up in my pack all the time, but I do not know why.
She takes it with like 2 fingers and snaps it, and you all watch with an acute precision the button whacks the dummy in the forehead. That's kind of fun. She goes over and picks up the button and starts doing it more.
Give her some knives when she grows up.
I think she's got like Tanatar energy in her. She's gonna make a very good assassin.
No, she is going to be a knight like everyone else in my family.
Tell that to your kidneys.
You don't understand. We have honor in our blood. That's what Dad says.
Exactly,
And
Aldrich.
spirit in our mind.
Spirit in our hearts.
In our hearts.
And I will introduce myself to Roderick's son.
Uh-huh. If you want to type those names out for them. It's Elowen and...
Yeah, it's
I am his friend, not his pet.
Aldrich and Elowen. Thank you. Oh, it's with an E-N? I was doing Y-N. Okay.
Riley is his pet.
Ripley is his name,
Ripley.
not Riley.
Sorry, Riley.
It's one thing to call him a pet. Get his name right.
Ripley's also not my pet. I don't have any pets other than my horse, which I had to leave in Palanthus.
Wait, you left him behind?
Well,
Ship-
the things he would have done in order to get it shipped here would have pissed that one off.
It wouldn't have been fair to him to make him travel with us on the ship.
He'll be there when he gets back.
Yeah, your dad was too busy captaining the ship. You got us here.
Yes, I've sailed all the way from Palanthus just to see you two before I head out for the next step of what we need to do. Well, we should go find... Well, let me introduce you to everyone. I'll let everyone introduce everyone. Tanatar, I'll point to Tanatar. And the Kender you so aptly noticed is named Odvar. Ripley is the smaller of the 2 dragons, Maximum the larger. The little garden gnome is Nimbus. Everyone, these are my children, Aldrich and Elowen Ashmantle.
And they both bow their heads. Then you see your father descending from on top of the wall where he was overseeing their strikes and fighting. You see a tall man who's slightly thinner than Roderick. His hair has turned completely salt and peppered all the way through, and his beard is very finely kept that barely covers around his jawline, giving it a whitened grace to it. He is wearing iconography that is very similar to Sir Roderick. He is wearing symbology that is similar. However, he seems to have a heightened position of authority. And as he's walking towards you all also take note that his left leg he's swinging instead of bending the knee with. Sir Roderick, you've brought a kender into my home. I suppose this is oddball.
Oddvar.
I do apologize. I did not mean the disrespect. My spectacles were destroyed during the war, and we are still working on getting new ones. He approaches to you, Oddvar, and sticks his hand down.
I'll shake his hand.
It is a pleasure to meet... Wow, he really does have a weak grip. You were not lying about that.
Was he wearing any rings?
No, he's wearing gauntlets.
All right. Is he still wearing gauntlets?
Sleight of hand, DC 25.
I really want you to succeed on this. Ah, it's too bad.
Not even close.
You try... It's like, it's class to his arm. Like, this man's wearing armor, like full plate mail.
I would have loved to have been like, these
Those are
nice.
lock
What an
gauntlets.
ace.
Holy shit. Nice ring underneath the gauntlet.
Takes your hand, notices you start trying to take his gauntlet off. What the hell?
And you must be the daring Tanatar. Hunter, correct?
Yes, in some ways. It's good to meet you.
It is good to meet you. Your accent sounds familiar. You are from these parts, or Lamesh?
Well, a bit further south,
South.
but relatively enough.
Interesting. He will shake your hand. And of course, you must be the mighty Maximum. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine. Reach out, shake his hand sternly.
And he seems to almost match your strength of grip, and he looks astonished. You were not exaggerating about this one. Good, strong man. Decent posture. Bent leg. You would have made a fantastic knight for the dragons. And he taps you on the shoulder.
Nod of respect, and that'll do it.
And this little one here must be Frank. He looks at Ripley. I thought you said it had one eye.
This is Ripley, Father. Frank is not accompanying us, as is probably best.
Ripley! Ripley was the... Oh, you're the druid. Nice to meet you.
I don't think Roderick would know the difference between Ripley being a druid and Oddvar being a druid, so they're probably... I don't think he would correct him on that.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
and
Hey,
I've already
close
seen there. It's the friend of the forest all over again.
They
Yeah.
both heal. Ripley smacks people with a stick and it hurts them.
I just look at Tanatar, and like, why does everyone keep calling me a druid? I
Are you-
just go for the cheap shots.
Are you not a druid? Then what are you?
A survivor?
So you're a nothing. Understood. That is perfectly all right. You see, knights need people to protect.
I whisper down to Ripley and say, it's probably all the stick smacking and, well, I've seen you cast a few things and normally That's left for the mages of the towers, so I assume that if you're not one of them, they assume you're a druid.
I've always been told if you see a tower, burn it to the ground.
That very much depends on the color of the tower.
And that is called racism.
That's a racism.
Come on, Tanatar, don't do a racism.
Everyone, I would like you to meet my father, Lord Albrick Ashmantle.
And he stands very proudly, and you all watch as his cape bellows dramatically behind him. There was a timely wind.
My father's only magical item is actually a capability.
The best magic item.
I 100%
When you're not
agree.
a superhero.
The battery just passed wind.
Then I shall welcome you all into my home. But no, Oddvar. Var, not Ball. Are you sure? Ball seems like it would be very suitable.
It's Var, father.
Kender named Oddball. Sure, I've heard of this before. Anyways, all of you are welcome to my home, but do not take anything that is inside of it. It belongs to me and my family. You will be searched upon leaving.
I'll do my best. Good luck with that.
I'll do my best, not just okay, I understand. Just like, I'll try. No promises.
It's a strange concept, ownership. You know, like
No, it's sometimes you just grab things without noticing. Like it's like I will not consciously take anything. I'll probably try to leave some things.
I'll just lean into Oddvar. Just remember, if all else fails, you are a direct representative of Lord Ebenezer. You can use that if you need to. Father respects titles.
I can keep it together. Just keep me in the middle of the room.
hands in your pockets, sir. Only your pockets.
Gonna assign Elwyn
Yeah,
to
specify.
keep watch of Oddvar and try and take back anything that he takes.
Oh yeah, very easily. And you do notice she's found more rocks, and now she's just snapping all of them at the dummy as best as she can. Doop, 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 doop. Elwyn, I told you, sticks and stones are for heretics and unlawful creatures. We use blades, but you practice with wood. Then give me some wooden stones. Oh, this child. She's more disobedient than you were.
I whisper to Ripley again, don't demonstrate your stick fighting. He just shit talks
He
stick
just
fighting.
called me a heretic.
No,
I
he said
kinda wanna-
or. He said or.
I kind of want to hit him where it doesn't got him.
And we leave.
Cowardice
no longer,
tactics.
no longer welcome here.
Yeah.
Also, the
You
fact
brought
that they're
this
more worried about Oddvar stealing and not the scavenger.
Well, that's the thing. Kender are known to be thieves.
Rightfully or not, everyone thinks all Kenders are thieves.
Yeah, even though they're not stealing by their definition, they just needed something, so they took it.
Yeah. You weren't using it, otherwise you would have been watching it.
Yeah. Who needs that many step stools anyways?
I'm the short one.
Or buttons for that matter.
Yeah. Well, we don't know about why he's into buttons. That's just weird. So, you all enter inside of the compound, and the inside is much more regal and nice than it is outside. It is still very practical in nature, where you see that there are large metallic gates that could collapse at different segments down the main hallway. And in either of the rooms, there are these large barricadable wooden doors that look incredibly well constructed. The entire place fortified and well kept. But there's also decorations. There's portraits of the members of the family. There are medals that have been received that don't currently get worn on anybody. There are various different bookshelves full of information of the family's lineage, their history, you know, all of the things pretentious people keep about themselves. As you are entering in, he brings you over to the main lobby room. This is the room where your father gets lobbied by individuals to do things for him. As you all enter inside, he lifts up a bell and rings it, ding ding, and places it down before it rings a third time on accident. A practiced hand that has done this numerous different times. And you do notice that Aldrich and Elowin have both followed you in here as the patriarch of the family looks over at the two of them. I was unaware that you were done with your training. I believe you had 2 more hours. But Dad's home. Yes. And you have 2 more hours. Do you think your enemies will care if your father comes to visit you? No. Train. And they both begrudgingly head outside. Does not pick up the bell. It's a nice bell. Silver
he got a 16
bell.
on his con save. He kept it together.
That's a silver bell, sir. It's a nice bell.
Oh, it's silver too? Oh,
Yeah.
His advantage. Make
So-
a saving throw again.
As the two are leaving, you all notice that there is a servant that comes walking in. My lord? Oh, Sir Roderick, welcome back.
Thank you. Can you, after getting whatever it is my father requires, can you tell the Lady Marine that I am here?
Of
If
course.
she has not already heard.
And for you, my lord? Yes, we will require a pitcher of lemonade, freshly squeezed. Make sure it is not overly sweetened at all. You may bring it in here to these quarters and make sure we give them each ice cubes as well.
Our family's lemonade is made with 1/4 of the normal sugar. It's more bitter than sweet. It's a punishment.
Extra pulp lemonade.
But that's why he's getting the ice cubes for them, so that it waters
Yeah.
it down a little bit. But it's
Kinda
still
like-
lemonade, which is better.
Kind of like boba tea, only instead of boba at the bottom, it's just lemon seeds, just
Lemon
floating
shaving.
at the bottom, the bottom of the cup.
Why'd you put the peels in?
zesty.
More
Is it
lemony
vit-
flavor.
It's more vitamins that way.
Yes. The servant will leave, and as they're leaving, he calls back, and also oatmeal cookies. We should have a fresh batch of them, with the raisins. Yes, sir.
I always knew my father was a monster.
The best fucking cookies, I don't care what anybody says. They are my favorite cookies, like generic cookie. There's better cookies, but not, you know.
They're a solid choice.
Thank
They
you.
hit the spot.
Homemade? Yes, definitely.
The ones that look like chocolate but aren't.
The greatest lie ever told.
And no.
Sir Roderick, your father, sitting down at his usual seat, looks towards you. So, I knew that you would be coming down through this passage on your journeying. What is it that you require?
We are merely stopping through Kargoth to resupply before heading farther south. Yeah. But I felt if I had stopped in the town while we waited for supplies, that at the very least, I should stop by and see my wife and children before heading even farther south after making the entire trip up to Palanthus, only to find out by the time I'd gotten to Palanthus that they were here in Kargoth.
Very good. So you're not in need or require any specific deeds?
No, I believe everything has been already provided by Lord Ebenezer. Yeah.
Very good.
Though I do have something for you. Through travels with my new companions and work that we've done under the banner of Lord Ebenezer. A master craftsman in Palanthus has built and designed me this blade that I will pull out. I already forgot the name. Sky's Refusal.
Sky's Refusal.
And since I no longer need my uncle's old blade, I wanted to make sure that it was returned to the family so that someone else can take up its mantle when they are old enough.
Right. The boy has nearly 3 more years. That is a magnificent blade. May I?
Of course.
And he'll take it from you the proper manner that you do so, sheath and all, because it is too sharp just to hand the blade at all to somebody. +1s are sharp, guys. The number of death flags you just activated. Death flags? What?
Him saying that he no longer needs the blade and needs to go to the next generation as if he's going to be going and dying in battle.
The biggest flag would have been had we made the item and then left without it. That commissioning a magic item is a guaranteed death.
That's
For you,
guaranteed. Yeah.
that's- He looks it over and he looks down at the guard where he notices the LJ inscription. Leonard Jackson still lives.
It appears Lord Ebenezer and Oddvar and their previous companion managed to set him up with a workshop in Palanthus. He seems to be making a great many things in Palanthus again.
Many things. A master craftsman should not be making many things. He should be focused on his own work. The things that he aspires to. That is...
Unfortunately, he doesn't get the best of materials as of late. They're in hard demand.
Oddvar, please stop diddling the bell.
What? Oh, okay.
You must inform your lord that if there's any precious metals we receive, we will be shipping them out to you all with a very, very nice discount on them for the specific purpose of Leonard Jackson getting his hands on it, but under one condition. That upon a Solemnian Knight getting promoted, he would be commissioned yet again for us to use those metals.
That seems fair. I mean, I can't speak for Leonard, but he would most likely be amenable to that.
He
He
knows
did
he will
say-
be compensated.
He did say that if we come across any rare materials to send it his way.
Good. Glad we all agree with one another on this endeavor. Now, you all are noticing from behind you that there's glasses being placed in front of you at different end tables and poured as well. Roderick, you look over at the two that are doing it, and it is your wife and your mother.
When they come in, Roderick will stand up. He will bow to the older of the two, mother.
Son. She gives
and
you a
then-
hug.
He will give up. He will take the younger woman's hand, and he will bow and kiss the hand, and that is as much affection as Roderick will show in public to his wife, my lady.
My lord? She just gives you a subtle bow as well. Storm is rolling in just in case I lose call. Oh, yeah.
What?
Storm's rolling in for him in case he loses connection.
Oh. I thought it was about
I
the
just
story. I was
really
like, what is
get
happening?
Texas is the new Midwest. It's,
We have a massive storm front rolling through, and it's supposed to be.
at this point, I just consider Texas as bad as the Midwest.
I just
No.
get the little 2-inch off your chair. Respect.
These are your companions that I read to your father about. I read the letter myself that I helped him read. Do excuse the way I'm putting this. We are currently looking for a glassmith to reinvent his spectacles for him. I can see just fine on the battlefield. People need to have larger handwriting.
Odvar, has Ebenezer ever run into a glassmaker when you guys were setting stuff up in town?
Well, there were a lot of artisan people, but they were mostly like armorers and stuff. But there was the tinker person. There was a tinker, somebody or other.
We ran into somebody. I'm just trying to remember. Who
Yeah,
it was.
she was a glass. She like made the glass lenses and stuff. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I can look up her name, but yeah, like we definitely helped her get back the special glass blowing lenses like equipment.
Yay, old NPCs becoming relevant again.
Yeah, I'll have to go back through it. Oh wait,
Didn't
Eldora Thornfield, glassblower, lost specialized glass.
There it
blowing
is, yeah, I
tools
just
made of
found it, too.
enchanted steel.
She's a kender.
so you need buttons for trade.
She's domesticated.
She's been broken by the system.
Well, she had a good story for why she was hanging out there. She's taking care of an elderly person, Kender. Kender do take
Yeah.
care of the elderly. They don't just let them wander out into nowhere and die, even though the elderly want to wander out into nowhere and die. Kind of like a sickly cat.
That's right. It's the same elderly person I robbed his pillow from.
Yeah, so I will mention. Oh well. Okay, here's one. What are the odds that I've stolen someone's glasses?
20 or lower. D100. I'll give you 69 as well.
Come on, baby. Come on, Advar, you fucking klepto.
I was looking
31.
through.
Damn it.
I was looking through
close.
Newsian's stuff, and I didn't see any. So
No.
You take out a pair of glasses that don't have the glass in them. It's just the
Oh.
framework. Yeah, you took these off someone. They look nice. You thought they would help you see. They don't.
But there is a pretty skilled glass worker in Palanthus. Eldora Thornfield. We could. I don't know if she is up to travel, but we could try to work something out.
That would be marvelous. It would help me with reading bedtime stories to the little ones. They are falling
Yeah, I
behind
can-
on the art of war.
I can also mention that you have need of her skills when I mentioned the ores and whatnot coming into town.
And here you all are. I made these cookies myself. They are enriched with protein, salts to help invigorate your body as well after sweating all day, and, of course, a high amount of fruit from the raisins for flavor.
Thank you.
They are protein cookies. They taste like protein cookies.
Yeah, you see Roderick politely takes one, but never actually bites into it. Roderick is aware of his mother's lack of cooking prowess.
But you need those raisins, man. You need to fight off scurvy. Sailing.
Anybody
I'm a
trying to eat
big
one?
boy. I need food. Yeah.
Con save.
if anyone here can consume that, it'll be maximum.
Yeah,
True.
you eat it. You breathe out a little bit of fire to burn it so you don't have to taste it. You're good. Anyone else eating this cookie?
Oh, I did. I rolled a 16.
Yeah, that was Oddvar's.
Oh, that was Oddvar's. Oh, I'm sorry. I asked him
I
to
don't think
roll
Ma-
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think.
Oh yeah,
Maxine rolled
I
one.
thought anyone who was eating them had.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
roll.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyone. I just only heard him speak up. My bad.
No.
Okay,
no,
then
for sure.
I'll be eating it as well.
Con save. Tanatar, you get one bite in, and then you take a sip of the bitter lemonade, and you're okay. You're now thirstier than you started. Cookies shouldn't be described as protein enriched and salted. But
Not a good combination.
salt is good for restoring your electrolytes, and that's what plants crave.
That's what plants crave.
All right, one of you gets my
Oh,
reference
no.
this time.
Was it
Idiocracy?
Brondo?
Brondo.
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 Yeah.
The thirst quencher.
Yeah.
It's what plants need.
We gotta give them water. You mean like from the toilet?
I love that documentary.
Yeah, at this point.
The dice should be rolling pretty soon here, I hope.
Oh no, you might have to refresh the page. There's a
Yeah, I don't
memory
know.
leak. Yeah. They haven't fixed it yet. It just keeps leaking. Actually, this might be a good place just for us to take our break, everybody. Learning not to eat the food here. We'll be right back.
All right.
Sorry, yeah.
We're back, everybody. So, where last we left off, the party had just been welcomed into Sir Roderick's familial home. The compound that they all practice, train, and live in. As you are eating some protein cookies that are kind of shit, and you are drinking some lemonade that has way not enough sugar by any of your standards, you are seemingly learning a little bit more about Sir Roderick and his family. And unbeknownst to any of you, because I believe this is the first they're hearing about them, Sir Roderick has a wife and 2 kids. As an adventurer.
Yeah. Was not expecting that.
You all are sitting down, and his father is regaling you all with stories of Sir Roderick when he was younger, and many different deeds that he's been committed to, and different acts, and his service to the crown and country, and all of that jazz. Notably, none of these stories are embarrassing whatsoever. They're all kind of like, anybody here proficient in insight? Other than Sir Roderick?
Me.
Okay. These are stories that, like, a politician would tell you in order to get you to recruit their son for something.
I think we should hear some stories from your wife, Sir Roderick.
Well, Sir Roderick,
Hmm?
would you like your wife to speak of you?
Oh, she is welcome to tell any stories she finds appropriate.
Well,
I think I am proficient in insight, but
then you would glean that information as well. Well, if we are going to be discussing some stories of him, there was our honeymoon. That was lovely. Remember when we traveled over to Castle Dyer and had that ceremony?
Yes, it was a lovely ceremony. And meeting you was such a great day.
Yes, that was a wonderful arrangement.
Yes.
Do I get the feeling that she actually likes him, or it was just like you just said, arranged?
Insight check.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting that same feeling.
You guys are a bunch of haters.
She doesn't dislike him, but she seems to be trying to find a story that would serve the purpose of the family. These are nobles.
Mm-hmm.
I think your friend at port told better stories of your accolades.
Which friend?
We, on our way in when we landed, we talked to Master Talabrook.
I would encourage you all to take the tales he speaks of with a grain of salt. You see, he had a drinking problem when he was younger, growing up alongside my son.
Sailors love to tell stories.
Tall
It's just
tales.
how it happens. Yes. Tall tales.
Yes. And I
A
will make
reputable
sure I
bard would be
confront
better.
him about that.
That's why Ebenezer keeps your Master Thorian around, or Lorien around. It's always good to have a good bard in your court. Yeah.
It's better than having a boat under the port.
Yes, it is. It's all about how that ship sailed into port on its last breath. after taking on a pirate fleet all by itself and saving all of its crew and just limping into port to save everyone there and bringing food to the town in the middle of a war
Yes.
and saving so many townspeople from starvation.
Not to mention the cannon that had busted up the hull of the ship, causing it to just barely make it in. If my son wasn't as good of a sailor as he was, it wouldn't have even made it close enough to port for us to have swim in our armors. We would have drowned.
Oh,
Good
you were there.
repairs.
Well,
Is that
Yeah.
when you lost your leg?
he glares at you when you bring up that topic. Sir Roderick,
And
that's a
then,
huge
it's
no-no.
over.
Do not talk
Yeah.
on that. That is the biggest taboo.
Well, Father, it was very nice of you to host us. We have had a long sail in, and we have an early possession back at the ship to get back on sail. As you know, we are traveling under Lord Ebenezer's banner, and I'm sure he wouldn't want us to spend too much time dallying here, but I could not miss the chance to at least stop by. And if you don't mind, I would be gracious of you to... Oh, crap. I just saw Oddvar's constitution save. Be very gracious of you to put my companions up for the evening so that I can spend the evening with my family. And we will get out of your hair in the morning.
Very well. The room should be prepared for all of you as well. Please, he looks at his wife, take them to their quarters. As you are walking, he stays behind in the room by himself, as each of you are going to where you are. You have your own wing in the compound for your family. It's the way it usually works with all of this. But walking with everybody else, they are being brought over to the extra rooms that are available. Now, for such a rich and prestigious family, the rooms are basic. There is a trunk, there is a simple mirror on the wall, there is a single window outside that is too small for a man to climb out of, and there is a bed. No canopy over the bed. The bed is tightened as firmly as it can be, and it has a single pillow and a single blanket. But yes, as you're all leaving, are you gonna tell them?
Yeah. And once we're all completely out of earshot, other than maybe Mother, because Mother would know. I know, Ripley, that you didn't spend a whole lot of time around Ebenezer like Oddvar did, or even Maximum, but it's extremely rude to bring up someone's personal injury if they have not brought it up themselves in polite society. You never know how they may have gathered such injury.
Well, you would think that it would have been some sort of heroic tale if he lived through it.
Yes, but it is... Whether that is true or not, it is not a guest place to bring those to the forefront. If they wished to speak of the tale, they would have brought it up themselves.
You wait for him to explain to you.
Well,
Exactly.
he was rude to me first, and I just inquired.
You catch more flies with honey.
No, they don't use honey here. That's apparent.
I missed when he was rude to you. He was mostly speaking about Oddvar being a Kender.
Insignificant. He called me a druid. He shamed anyone who uses sticks.
Looks at Oddvar. Apparently being a druid is an insult. Sorry.
I don't know. People usually give me side eyes as I'm handing the fork back to Elowen. Usually deserved.
We're missing a knife too. Oh yeah.
That's not me. No. Oh yeah, it is. My bad.
Oh, are we supposed to hand those back over? I just put the glass on the tray.
How you think people look at me? After the
I'm surprised he called you a pet. I get people calling
That was
me
the
a
little
pet.
kid. That
That
was the
was-
little
was the-
kid.
That
The
was the
7-year-old child said
No,
that.
it was my
not the adult.
it was my 4-year-old daughter that
Yeah.
Oh,
said
not-
that.
yeah.
Not the father. Not
Yeah,
Yes.
just to clarify that one. That was not.
the war hero father did not call you.
That was the little girl.
Well, war heroes is stretch.
and she agreed that Ripley looked like my lunch.
Well, she actually thought you
Yes.
were a stuffed animal first, but yeah.
To be honest, Maximum said the worst thing about you, calling you his lunch.
It
Well,
was
see,
a
that's the
joke.
thing is-
Calm down.
That calling me his lunch is the greatest fear I have because there is so much truth in that. Because his kind did eat a lot of our kind.
Yeah, that's why I brought it up because you mentioned it like the first time you met him, so he thought it would be funny to say it.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, we're guests in Roderick's home. Yeah, let's all just be in our best behavior. We don't want to make a bad impression if he's got to travel with us.
My father, I'm afraid, is at times old school, as they say, in terms of nobility versus non-nobility. And you will find as we deal with more and more nobles as they pass, that is far more common than the opposite. So while I do understand your feelings, Ripley, and I do not discount them, I'm just giving you a warning for the future reference as we deal with other nobles as we go through this, that they will all act similarly, or most of them will. It is the way nobles tend to be.
Gotcha. So next time we go see nobles, bring my own snacks.
What was the problem with my cooking?
Oh no! Every noble house that we've gone to, they like to use a lot of salt.
Well,
And I'm so small and have less water in my body than all of them.
Do you not understand the nurturing significance of salt? It revitalizes you after a long day of work. It's very healthy and good for you.
Oh, I try to avoid work as much as possible.
Elowin hands you a small shovel.
Which of your young ones am I burying head deep?
No, it's for you. If you're gonna keep digging, might as well have the right tool.
Plus one shovel.
Just smart ass for a 4-year-old.
She's
Hey,
really
I'm a
smart and really
scavenger.
dexterous.
Yep.
Guess what she's gonna be when she grows up? Annoying.
Oh, trust me, if I'm left long enough with his daughter, she's gonna learn how to go for the kidneys.
So, these are your quarters, everyone. Your rooms are all across from one another. Roderick, darling, you and your family have your own wing, of course. You can go there as you see fit. Good evening. Breakfast will be ready when the bell tolls. It'll be the loud one that comes from outside, not the little one, in case you have really good hearing. Good evening.
Okay.
Oh, do any of you require a wake-up call for your morning run or exercising? Oh, you're good. You'll be there. Goodbye.
Thank you,
Follow
Mother.
Tanatar into his room.
What were you saying, Roderick?
So I said, I'll thank my mother. All of you have a lovely evening. If you don't mind, I will spend my evening with my family, and I will see you all at breakfast in the morning.
Yes. Did she say that we all have to go for a run in the morning?
No. She asked if any of you needed a wake-up call for your run in the morning, and when none of you answered, she's now just assuming you'll all be at the run in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I was
And
saying.
you'll wake
So
yourself up.
there's an implied run in the morning?
Well, yeah, doesn't every adventurer exercise at dawn?
Yeah.
Why would
Morning-
you waste the daylight?
Or non-bar boarding calisthenics is a standard part of life in the keep.
We just spent weeks stuck on a tiny little ship.
Yes, which is
Having a
why it's
morning
good
go
to
run
have
around,
morning
yeah, it's-
calisthenics. It helps, it keeps you limber up.
As all of you are sore and tired, Roderick and Maximum are fine.
So we meet an hour before dawn so that we have time to get everything out of our systems before breakfast. So we'll be on the training grounds in the center. So you're all more than welcome to join us for morning calisthenics.
Sounded like it wasn't optional.
Your
Yeah.
guests, it's not required. It will just
Okay.
be judged. Yeah. My family are traditional. We'll say that. Yeah. But no, you do not have to attend morning calisthenics as a guest.
All right.
Senator will.
I think I still will. I'll try. I mean, I'll probably have to use an animal shape or something, but I'm not really athletic. I'm acrobatic, but I'm not athletic.
That'll be in about 6 hours.
Well, good things we don't need to set watch. Let's get some sleep.
I set up my tent in Tanatar's room.
Sets up a tent in the middle of a room.
It's his tiny hut. He has
I
trust
know it
issues.
is.
It's,
Yeah, I get it.
I just
throw a
thought that
sneak
would be
attack
good.
at a party member one time, and now they always get...
No, it's like as a species that is usually short-lived, we are very paranoid as a species. Plus, it keeps them from trying to make me go do morning calisthenics.
All right, so yeah. Max, you and I, we can take a room, get some sleep.
Works for me.
All right, you got the bed. I'll hang my hammock in the corner there.
Well, I would figure.
Actually, before I go to bed, I want to try to scry on Badger since we have the scry ball, and I have that spell prepared.
Mhm. So you cast Scry on him. You are familiar with him. Do you have an item of his?
Well, he gave me the spell book. I mean, he's my uncle. I'm familiar with him.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to see what the DC
Yeah,
is going
yeah.
to be.
Well, I think that the item thing has to be within a certain amount of time. But I mean, he did give me like the spell pages that I use that like gave me the, magic initiate feat. So I have that. But I mean, that was a long time ago. So I mean, they're
Then it
more
was
mine
his
now
item.
than his.
Well,
I mean, he
it's
gave
an
them to
item
me.
that belonged to him. Yeah, that works. That works. So roll me the spell in chat so I can do the proper calculation.
Mm-hmm.
And you do have an object to scry with now. Yay!
Yeah, we've got the Max is carrying the giant beach ball of scrying.
Mhm.
I've got HD scrying here. This thing is like bigger than me.
Thanks for springing this one on me. Hear a creature you choose. You can see and hear a creature you can choose, so long as they're on the same plane of existence as you, which is modified by the table. Your knowing of the target is first-hand, so they don't have any bonus. Extensive, it's a -5. You have the target's possession, so -9. So he has a -9 to this wisdom saving throw. Well, that's going to fail.
Got a -5.
No, he has his bonus. He is an
That's true,
actual
that's true.
druid.
Still, it would have been funnier if he like, well, yeah, you see
So
the
he
fuck
might
outta
have gotten
him.
a 5.
He's a druid, just like Ripley.
Alrighty. Let me think about this. You did kind of dump this on my lap, like.
No, I mean we can come back
No,
to
no,
it.
no, 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 no. I'm working on it. Let me.
I kind of assumed since you gave us that big scrying orb, I was like, oh yeah, we about to scry on some motherfuckers.
Yeah,
All
but
your
I
fault,
just
Oddvar.
for things like this, it's kind of like when you have plane shift. Tell the DM, and usually he can
Yeah,
tell like, okay, I am prepared. Because if you just go, all right, we're in the Feywild today. I don't know what the fuck you're doing there.
we can do this another time. It's not a big deal.
Nope, I'm doing it now. I'm already thinking about it.
Plane shifts into the Feywild. Congrats, you appear in a hag's bathtub. Fight.
Okay. So, as you begin scrying, you see clouds begin to surface inside of the orb in front of you that all instantly ignite very brightly in your face. You can almost feel the heat radiating off of it. You see a vast cave with black stone. You can hear the trickles of a almost river-like magma that is glowing like arteries inside of it. There's a colossal tree of charcoal black wood growing from the hardened lava. The branches burn with a cool blue fire, not red, and the fire does not consume it at all. You see Badger stands at the base of the tree. He looks older than you recall, thinner, hardened. He's arguing with somebody you can't quite see. What you hear is, you can't take it. It isn't yours to wield. Then the vision shifts. A robed figure seems to be moving towards him. Black robes. You see from behind the mage, there's a charred wooden throbbing happening that you can almost make out what it is, but the focus being on Badger just barely keeps it out of sight. You see this mage stepping towards him, not hearing what he says at all, but the response Badger has seems strange. I promise you, if you come here in person, you will be buried under the roots. And in that instant, you see this roar of a flamethrower-like explosion happen over towards Badger, completely blinding your sight of him. And then when it settles, you see directly in front of him, there is this large obsidian black wall that encapsulated in front. He climbs up to the top of the wall and takes out his own habak. As he begins swinging and snapping it down at the individual, you see this large breeze of wind begin to start up and then begins to encapsulate the black-robed mage. As they begin to fly into the air, they throw their arms to the side as flames roar outwards, completely consuming this tornado and dropping him back to the ground before he reaches up and you see this skull appear over Badger's head as a hand crashes down on top of him from the skull. A spectral, necrotic hand that tried to grasp and rip him apart. As he dodges out of the way of that, he leaps off of the stone platform he's on and is scooped up by a hawk, twice the size of any hawk you've ever seen, that carries him further away as he begins to swell up more and more of this magic as these roots begin to crawl out from the ground, grasping at the mage and completely putting him into a sarcophagus. You see the roots tightening and tightening and tightening until you begin to hear snapping sounds coming from inside. Badger's hawk drops him off in front of it. You're gonna need a lot stronger of a shell if you think you're gonna take me on. Perhaps you need your own body, not something that's so slow and sluggish. Or you're too much of a coward to do it. Now that he's standing face to face with this body, you can begin to hear a voice echoing out from it. Oh, Badger, this game is growing tiresome. I'll find another husk and send it at you. And I will continue to do this until you die. You will not sleep, you will not rest. And as soon as the Guardian is dead, I will have the heart, and I will be one step closer to immortality. Well, if I was the last Guardian, maybe you'd be right. All I have to do is keep stalling your dumbass until my nephew figures it out. And that little fucker, he's gonna kick your ass. Then you see all of the roots that are grabbing onto the body have these large thorns shoot out from them as blood splatters all over the chamber, even covering Badger. And then the roots drag the body into the ground as Badger walks backwards over towards the charred tree, sits down on one of the roots, pops out a simple little berry, and starts eating it. That's where your spell ends.
Oh, he's in one of the groves in like the fire caves or something. Okay. Interesting. All right. I'll let Max know what I saw, because I don't think you can see what's in the crystal. I'm the only one who can see it.
No, other people can watch as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was about to say, I'm in the same room.
Yeah, it shows in the reflection. You just summon the power to see it.
Okay. I wasn't
Anybody
sure
who
if like
can see
only
the
I
reflection can watch.
So yeah. Oh man, that's wild. At least he's holding it down. We gotta get this figured out. Give him some backup. We'll let everybody else know in the morning.
Move quickly as well.
Well, we're on pace. I think things are going well. We'll see.
Pretty good, pretty good. So, as you begin to travel outwards, or sorry, not travel, as you begin to lay down to begin sleeping and resting, Advar, It's a weird situation. On one hand, your uncle's alive. That's fantastic. Like, you have confirmation he's alive. On the other hand, though, he's being unrelentlessly attacked by some strange black-robed individual. Someone who's apparently using husks instead of himself. Sounds pretty dangerous.
Reminds me of that necklace or that fucked up circlet that takes over people's minds, like we found in the ritual caves.
It's like they have a theme. So, everyone, you sleep through the evening. And in the morning, you wake up before the sun even rises in the sky, as you hear so many people getting dressed, donning their simple armors, and getting ready for their morning calisthenics. I need a con save from anybody who is trying to wake up to do this. Other than if you do this on the regular.
Well, Max is all about waking up.
Maximum, you meet up with the entire family outside early in the morning. Advar, you are dragged out to the front by Maximum as you're still cradling the pillow as you're just being dropped on the porch and waking up. You're not awake, but you're being brought. Tanatar, nobody wakes you up.
You were really late getting to your meditation. You stayed up scrolling through whatever the medieval equivalent of TikTok would be. You doom scrolled for like 6 hours.
Precisely. So, when the morning begins, Advar, you are outside. Maximum, you are outside. Sir Roderick, you are obviously outside. The other two do not make it outside. You see your father, your son, your daughter, your various different training individuals here on site. Not your mother and not your wife. All awake bright and early in the morning, all of which getting ready to run. As Sir Roderick's father goes over to you, Advar, and slaps you hard on the back to help you wake up. Good morning. I see that you find our pillows comfortable.
Very, it's nice.
Right. You're not bringing that with you on the run, are you?
No. Oh.
Very well. Well, you can run alongside me. I'm a little slower than I used to be, so we'll probably keep pace.
All right, let's do this.
All right, everyone. Roderick at the helm. March. As you need to roll me athletics checks, everybody who's doing this.
Roderick does do this in full plate.
Oh, yeah. The only reason you actually have to make a check.
Oh, man. All right.
I'm not happy with that score. I'm going to, since I haven't used one yet, because I haven't actually done it yet, I will use the, what is that ability?
The new second wind?
Yeah, their ability to
Tactical.
add a D10.
Yeah, it's the tactical second wind one.
Yeah, that's all for it. An 18.
18's pretty good.
Oh, shit.
Advar!
Yeah. Advar, a good morning run. You know, it's been a while since you've been chased out of a town early in the morning, but you you keep up with it.
You should just, go straight cat right away. Running as a person is weird.
You got 2 legs? Now, as all of you are running through, you enter around the exterior of the compound, outside the exterior wall, as you do 5 laps around, and you hear the entire family chanting, or the entire army standing here chanting towards you all, the local credo. What is the credo of your family?
Oh, that is a good question. I think I may have that somewhere.
I think you do.
Well, maybe I don't have it. I don't know that I have an actual or a motto. I have an oath, but I don't have a motto. So I imagine our generic motto would be
Iron within, iron without.
by the measure we guard the sea.
By the measure we guard the sea. And of course, they add some rhyming, as you do when you are military, doing some running in the morning. I don't know what I've been told. But honestly, Advar, this feels fun. You know, people are singing. I mean, not very well, but they're singing. You're running. You're hanging out with the guys. You go around the exterior of the wall 5 times, as you learn that that is exactly 2 miles. 5 rotations around the wall is 2 miles. After that, you see everybody stops in the front land directly in front of you, and yeah, that was a good morning run. 2 miles? That's good. And then you notice all of them dropping to the ground and starting to do push-ups in their armor. You're not done.
Gotta earn that breakfast in this family.
Yeah, not by far.
Tanatar, you can give me another con save to see if you wake up at all. God, dude, you know, for a guy who doesn't sleep, you sure aren't, you know, I feel like you're awake, but you're just lying in bed staring at the ceiling, not wanting to get, you know, we all know.
I just imagine Ripley's got the tent set up right in front of the door, keeping him from getting out.
TikTok or Facebook?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Instagram has no rules. The craziest shit gets posted on there.
So, you don't make it out for here. Now that you're outside, I need strength saves from the people doing the push-ups.
Strength saves.
Well, I gotta turn off my. I don't have my teleport cloak going. I gotta turn.
Maximum, are you raging for this for advantage?
Oh, my bad.
Oh, he's just asking.
Oh. Sure, why not?
All right, so we'll go with the 26. Advar, you drop down, and even though you have the shortest way to push up, you know, short people advantage, right? You only have to move this far where everyone else has to move that far. You get like 5 push-ups in, and you feel this horrible, horrible pain in your side, in a place in your body you didn't know could feel pain. What the fuck is that? As you
I'm on
curl
my knees
up,
too.
as you curl up in a ball. Oh my god. Screaming in pain. You listen as everyone else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 200 push-ups. Advar, your stomach begins to feel manageable. after they're all done, but you don't complete it. Roderick's father slaps you on the back. Here, drink this. It'll help. As he hands you a canteen.
Is this water?
No.
Yeah. Oh, good. All right.
Lemonade.
No. You take a drink of water mixed with vinegar.
Oh God.
Con save to drink this shit. It'll restore your body's minerals that we need. You know bodies need minerals? Weird. Don't eat rocks, though.
Oh. When you said it wasn't water, I thought it was something else, not this.
It's vinegar. You managed to drink the whole thing, but when you do, you get the salts and electrolytes your body needs to keep exercising. This is an old tactic people used to use. They used to drink vinegar while doing exercise to be able to restore their body and get less fatigue.
Got what plants crave.
This goes all the way back to Egyptian times, actually, like IRL. It's a real thing. They used to drink vinegar. But yeah, you feel considerably better, and thankfully everyone's done, so now you're getting ready for breakfast as, all right, everyone, now we go through the wetland. He points over towards a section of the trees that has a lot of water poured in it to make it all muddy.
Purposeful wetlands.
Yeah. You need to be prepared for any terrain. They'll prepare you.
You can't just trade the easy way. You gotta work at it.
Let me tell you something, Advar. We all have the easy job. When Roderick was just joining into the Solemni Knights, we used to have him be one of the barrel pushers. Go all the way to the ocean, get a full 20-gallon barrel of water, and push it all the way here to create the wetlands. You remember those days, boy?
Yes, Father, it was good trading.
Yes. And that's how you get stronger. He punches you in the shoulder. I need you to give me a strength save again, Advar.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, good, it's you.
Well, you're wearing plate.
Yeah, Advar, you are knocked prone from the punch in the shoulder. Jesus. All right, come on, let's go. And you all go running through the wetlands. This one's going to be a con save, not strength, as it's mostly making it through all of the mud. Hey, Advar, you're much better with this. It's the woods, it's the trees.
I just can't do push-ups.
So, the two of you, Maximum and Sir Roderick, you make it through the entire forest, and everyone else, all the other soldiers, they go on up ahead as the two of you are waiting for Advar, and you see him crawling through the mud as he makes it through the end. For you guys, you're covered like thigh-high in mud from it splashing everywhere and going into deeper portions of it. For Advar, it is all the way up his entire body, just covered in mud.
Are you drowning in there, Advar?
I will clean my face with prestidigitation. I'll say I'm good.
Alrighty.
I miss the simple stuff like this. Just waking up to a good exercise.
Well, when in Palanthas.
So, as you three start heading back, you can see the area where the soldiers are cleaning themselves off, splashing with water to get the mud off of them. You prestidigitated yourself, so you're good. But as you get up to the front, are you going to prestidigitate the other two as well, or are you going to make them clean themselves?
No, I'll help everybody out. Like, I just did my face real quick, but then since everyone's, like, cleaning, I was like, all right, if it's cleaning time, I'll just kind of be like, help out. Like, all right.
Yep.
Let's make this a little easier, guys. We already did the hard work.
Don't get used to this, man. This kind of coddling will not happen going forward.
All right. And around this point, you can't stay in bed any longer, Tanatar. As a trancing elf, you should have been out of bed 4 hours ago.
You're just bored at this point.
AKA, you smell breakfast.
Yeah. Ripley,
come out.
you got one?
I come out and see everybody's sweating and dry heaving, and I'm like, oh, did I miss the run? Oh, that's unfortunate. Turn around and start going back inside.
Breakfast! You hear outside a very loud gong, gong, gong from a huge bell tower that none of you can sleep through. But hey, breakfast.
Can I put my hand in front of Tanatar and says, "You're last."
I step over you. Wait, who stopped me? Was it Oddvar or Maximum?
That was maximum.
Okay, I thought it was Oddvar stopped. Like I just step over you.
I walk around. So you manage to all make it over to the dining hall as the main family and their selective guests are allowed to eat. And you all do see, despite the fact that this is a home that is very much into health and into making sure you get as much healthy food in you as possible, the breakfast is magnificent. Your mother didn't cook it. There is a mountain of eggs that is roughly as tall as Ripley in the center of the table. There is enough bacon and sausage to come from an entire pig slaughtered. There is 2 loaves of bread at the table with highly salted butter. And it is a feast of protein and carbs.
When I load my plate, I'll just, let a little fire out of my nose and, get the little eggs to fry and along with the toast and butter and chow down.
As you're about to eat, Elowen holds up her toast to you. Mayan.
Yes.
All right, as you burn her toast too. What were you about to say, Ripley?
Like, as they all walk in, I would have said, about time y'all show up for breakfast.
Even Oddvar got up to run with us, Ripley. Yeah.
That's because I dragged them out.
You don't have to say that part. I was there.
A breakfast earned is a better breakfast.
As I told your mother last night, me and work are not a thing.
Well, do any of you have any spirits or religions that you wish to pray to? We usually use our religions as a family, but I'm willing to make an exception in order to respect our guests.
Well, as he started to say, if anyone has any spirits, I started to pull out a flask, and I was like, oh, he's not talking about that.
All right. Roderick, lead us in the family prayer.
Roderick will bow his head and give a quick prayer to I don't even know how to say this. Kirdroth? Kirijaloth?
Killajaroth.
Killajaroth.
It's like kill a giraffe, but a giraffe.
Killajaroth.
Yeah.
My Lord Killajaroth, look down upon this family. Look down upon this house. Bless us with courage and honor as we go forth for the day to fight for justice in battle and war, to defend those that cannot defend themselves, to lead those who are meant to follow, and to guide all of the children of Kryn towards your glory and the glory of Paladine. Then I'll, whatever the, I think our basically sign of the cross is just a hand to the chest, plank on the armor.
You all hear a cacophony of blah, 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 as people are just slamming their fist over their chest. Feast!
I like
Here,
mine
here.
better.
What'd you say?
I
Ripley?
like mine better. Thank God dragons didn't eat me. It's time to eat.
Great prayer. Great prayer. Thank
It's
God
still
I ain't
early.
dead. Yeah.
Still early yet.
I mean, I will admit, it's from a brevity standpoint, it's
It works
a good
for someone
improvement.
grateful.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, that's a heartfelt prayer for someone that lived through what Ripley did. I get that.
Thank God I ain't dead. Just
The people of Kergoth and Starport also feel that same mentality.
Yeah.
so, as you all are eating and feasting, Advar, do you have anything to tell your friends? Or you could just not tell them anything. That works too.
Well, no, yeah, because Max knows, and I wasn't sure if we wanted to like talk about that in front of his family, like.
That's up. No,
at
I'm just,
breakfast.
in case you forgot about it, I was just bringing it up.
No, yeah, given the sensitive nature and children or whatever, but yeah, we'll sort of dance around the fact that I scried and I actually, yeah, we talk about it after the meal, and I filled him in on he's guarding one of the groves, the one that was in the volcano. I'm not sure if we know which one that is.
Darkenwood, I believe, is the volcano.
Well, possibly. This one's on a mountain over here.
Is there a
Oh no,
volcano?
that one is the Darkenwood one. I just moved it out of the way so I could see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's by those mountains. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, there isn't one here anymore.
No,
It
no, no,
moved
no. I
over-
just
oh.
moved it out of the way so I could read. Sorry. I was taking
that's
notes. Go on.
Do I know if there's a mountain? A volcano in Qualinesti?
Oh, there's not a volcano in Qualinesti. There is several.
Okay.
So I was thinking last night before I went to bed. Initially, we were planning on, because we were working for Lord Ebenezer, and we were going to be stopping off at all of the ports on the way down south. But we could theoretically just make port at Good Bay, right?
Highly ill-advised.
What's wrong with Good Bay?
They're currently at odds with Kergoth and with our entire military. You see, during the first draconic attacks that were happening during the war, they had swooped in through Newport and made their way over to Good Bay, completely cutting off Qualinesta from the rest of the world. They had, at Good Bay, requested us to send down help towards them, but the messenger hawks didn't make it here. So they blame us for not sending any of our soldiers for assistance. Not to mention they're currently being ruled over by a bit of a tyrannical man.
And I grew up in that area. I believe the forest and mountains, the pass between Good Bay and Newport it's a lot easier to go by ship than try to go overland.
I would highly recommend you take Newport if you are heading over to that area. Good Bay will not be receptive of you whatsoever, neither its neighboring towns. Newport, however, if you can deal with the hoity-toityness of elves, you should be fine.
I stop midway eating a spoonful of breakfast and just go.
roll your your disguise check.
Yeah, I didn't roll it this morning.
Couldn't even roll out of bed this morning.
It takes a long time to put my face on every morning. 16, not great.
You have advantage?
Yeah, I think I have advantage with the sleight of hand proficiency. I think you said once.
Oh, okay then. Yeah. So you're all Gucci on that front then. You are, I mean, you feel confident that if nobody's looking at you too closely, they may not notice.
I still always have like that cowl or whatever, so you can't get a dead giveaway of my ears, but you could probably still tell I'm an elf. Just not what kind.
100%. My daughter has been looking under your cowl the whole time.
Oh, yeah. Curious as anything. You look funny.
I'm so uncomfortable around children because Tanatar's like, I don't know what the hell to do with these things. He sees this little girl staring at him and just like, can I help you?
You look funny.
You smell funny.
I bathed. Yeah. By the way, why do you have so many of these arrows? And she's holding 2 of them in her hand.
Ah! Careful with those.
They look really pretty. Is that a different metal?
It is. Be very careful.
I know how to not stab myself. She starts moving it towards her brother.
Are they the poisoned arrows?
No,
Not currently.
Yeah, let's hope there's not wyvern poison on that before my daughter stabs my son.
76 poison to a 7-year-old.
He's dead.
Let's just go ahead and grab those.
The
Like,
quickest lineage killer of all time.
Your daughter's
Hey.
very tender-like.
What?
Hold
No,
on.
I'm not. I always give the items back.
Oh, well, good, because
That's
those
what
are
they taught me when I was 2. Always give it back.
those are incredibly dangerous.
Oh
I
yeah,
should
that's what
think
every
of those.
blade. I know how to handle blades.
How about sticks?
No? What's the point of a stick when I could use a blade?
Well, you might not want to always just kill whatever it is you're fighting. Perhaps whoever it is you're taking down has information, and you need that a little bit more than you need to just stop that individual person. And that kind of
Although
Go ahead, sorry.
I do look at her. I'm like, at least your curiosity is in the right.
Don't always discount someone with a stick, Elwyn.
Why?
Sir Thelowin the Great, one of the greatest swordsmen in the history of the Knights of Somalia, was defeated only once in one-on-one combat by a farmer with a quarterstaff.
No.
Yes.
We literally went over that last week in our training. What? I wasn't paying attention. Schooling sucks.
Schooling
Were
is
you too
important.
busy stabbing your brother?
No. Yes.
What was your name again? Elowin, correct?
Elwyn, yeah.
I will say one thing. Schooling is very time-consuming and
Sucks.
boring, as you said. Sucks, sure. But
It
it can
does.
be just as important, if not more so, when you are in combat, out in the field. Your knowledge and your mind will save you many more times than a blade.
She looks over. She looks over at you, Sir Roderick, with a accusational stare. Like, is he saying anything real, or should I just nod and say, uh-huh?
Education is always important. It's good to know what your enemies are capable of. And in order to hammer that in, I have something, a gift I know you love the most. I have a story.
Okay. Not a sword.
Not a sword. Your brother's the one that loves swords. Okay. You love stories. You always have.
Yeah, I would like a dagger, but yeah.
I will give a much longer version of this story, but I'm not going to do it all in character. But
let him finish. Don't interrupt him.
I'm going to tell her about our fight against the giants. I will leave out anything Grove-based, nothing that nobody could talk about, but how we found out about giants that were throwing stones at people trying to pass through the pass, and we all went up, and the first one cast a stone at Thanatar from high up on the mountain. And Thanatar, knowing that the giant would have no reason to do anything, or could not help himself but chase him, led him all the way back to the rest of us, where he no longer had the high ground, where we could fight him out in the open. That kind of knowledge is a thing that's important, to know when to fight in the open and when to bring them out of their high places so that you can fight fairly with honor. And I'll go through the whole story about what we did and how we fought them all off. And it's probably far more graphic than any of you would have expected someone to tell a 4-year-old. But she does not seem to mind the stories of the blood and the death and all of the horror parts that Roderick figures into it. Like, it's not the first time she's heard about a disemboweling.
You really took out his knee? One of the ones you cut through the knee to be able to get to him.
Yes. The only thing that I will leave out besides the Grove is any mention of Thanatar poisoning the giant.
Fair.
It'll just be that Thanatar killed him with a well-placed arrow.
Whoa.
And I'll talk about how it had related to how Thanatar had studied the biology of the giants when he was in school, and he knew the best place to strike one to bring it down low and quick.
But not quick at all.
Shh.
Wow. So if I'm a nerd and I study a lot, I can do it too?
Technically, yes.
And practice. It doesn't do Thanatar any good to know where it is if Thanatar cannot hit that target.
That is also true. But I had the opportunity to train under very, very knowledgeable tutors. And it has saved my life many times so far.
That is cool. So blades and knowledge.
And
Dad?
family.
Huh? Yeah. Dad,
Yes.
for my 5th birthday, I would like a bandolier.
A bandolier.
Yes.
And what would you like that bandolier to hold?
Darts
Darts.
or daggers. Both.
I'll see what I can find.
Yes. You see your son looking at you with eyes that just, please don't.
She's already good with buttons.
His son just doesn't want her to be armed.
Yeah, that's the problem.
As I see this little exchange happening of Thanatar, Thanatar's looking at the children, and he sees them kind of looking at Roderick, saying, please don't get her a bandolier. He'll say one last thing to Elowen and say, though knowledge is good and practice, the other thing that also kept me alive was companions that I can trust, that I respect. And currently, it seems that your best one that you have now is your brother. Learn how to respect each other, be there for each other, and empower each other. And you'll find that to be just as helpful as knowledge and any blade as well.
Mm.
And then I go back to eating my breakfast.
Wise words to impart on the child, yes. But also remember, blades are actually how you kill shit. When you're out there, and it's you against someone else, rely on your allies and your family and friends, but blades get shit done. Yes.
Just don't hurt them too much.
What? No, you kill your enemies, you don't hurt them. That's torture. We don't torture
I'm talking
people,
about
that's
your
bad.
brother.
Oh, yeah, we torture family.
Just don't kill him, please.
No. You do that to your enemies.
Perfect.
Murder is
You
for enemies,
understand.
torture is for family.
No, yeah, you got it, 100%.
I'll look at Sir Roderick and be like, I tried.
Roderick has a very proud smile on his face, and his daughter's talking about murdering enemies. Yeah.
She's good at it.
Yeah, this is not a bad conversation for Roderick, Thanatar.
So, as you all have your morning breakfast, so are you staying any longer, or do you have pressing matters to deal with?
From my understanding from Warden Odvar, time is important on what we're doing. So I think we are going to leave as soon as the ship is stocked, which I imagine will probably be sometime today. As much as I would love to stay longer, duty comes first.
Matters are urgent. Unfortunately, we had to leave.
Very well. Well then, I wish you all good partings and good training. Odvar, I must say, you do your people proud. We've already checked your belongings, and you had only tried to steal 2 things. And you managed to keep up, mostly, with our training. It was good to meet you.
I'm glad that we could meet each other, and I'll see you again.
Of course. As I assume you're taking some silverware with you on accident?
No, I think I can hold it together.
Okay.
And Elwyn's watching me.
Yeah. Well, right now she's thinking about her bandolier.
Let's see.
I'm gonna have to get a bandolier made.
As they're all like
That's still pretty
talking
good.
about, honor and the mission and everything, I'm just gonna like wave the daughter over to the small end of the table and slide her something and tell her, just don't use this on your brother.
No, you're giving the child an actual weapon.
I'm giving her a +1 with advantage in dim and darkness dagger.
What are you giving her?
A dagger.
A magical weapon.
By the description, Nesian's shadow dagger that he got from the assassin.
Which, didn't we bury that with Nesian?
No.
Oh, I thought Odvar was carrying the Lunar Gloom and the Shadow Dagger.
Lunar Gloom, I know you were for sure.
I have on my thing that we buried him with the we had the compass at his grave.
Yeah, but Odvar's the one who has those 2 items on him.
Because I assumed that
Because
you wanted his bag of holding, but I assumed the contents were just in the party bag of holding.
Okay, should we be giving the child the magic deck?
I wouldn't.
I was the one that went through all of Nesian's belongings and.
All right, so I'll need a sleight of hand check to see if you can actually achieve this. Ripley notices, Thanatar notices, Odvar notices, Roderick notices Ripley is attempting to hand a dagger to the small child. The shadow dagger. Only Sir Roderick doesn't know what it is.
I noticed that. Look at Sir Roderick to see if he notices, and if you look at me, I shake my head. No.
Sorry, my bad.
You're muted, by the way, Roderick.
You're good.
Let's keep that kind of stuff for a different day. She's not quite old enough to wield a full blade yet.
It's not a full blade, it's a dagger.
Which still counts as a weapon. They practice with plastic or with wooden swords until they reach of age, and that age is not 4.
You learn before act.
I don't even know where you got such a weapon. Why is it so...
Oh, I've got multiple of them. I got this one and this one.
The other one, Advar canonically has been keeping on his person. He's DM'd me about it. You do not have the other one. Advar has been canonically holding on to it since he picked it up.
I just know he had 4 daggers, so...
Okay, I'm just letting you know you do not have Lunar Gloom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one's Lunar Gloom? Is that the Dim Darkness
That was
one?
the legendary one.
The +1 legendary, like, we don't really know exactly what it does because none of us have attuned to it, but Shadow Dagger's advantage in darkness.
Okay.
So can I just grab it from underneath the table?
Well, I think people are role-playing right now. Let's
Yeah.
do the roleplay.
No, I'll just grab the dagger.
What? It was mine.
Maybe this is more your speed, and I will reach into my pouch. I rolled for a bunch of the random stuff on the random stuff table.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hand her
Yeah.
a lump of coal. And apparently to everyone but me, this looks like it's a gem. It looks like a gemstone to me, but everyone else looks like a lump of coal. So at some point when this is in her possession, it's going to start looking like a gemstone.
She holds onto the coal. Wow, you shouldn't have.
Believe me, you never know what you might find. I'd hold on to that.
I thank you for the consideration and gift. I will hold on to it for now.
So, when does your kind normally get access to weapons, Sir Roderick?
8.
8. Okay, so in 4 years, seek me out and I'll give you plenty of daggers.
Okay. No, what do I tell you about strangers that wish to give you weapons? Don't go with strange men that want to give me weapons. Yeah, you told me that one. Oh my goodness. Alrighty, I think your boat's going to be sailing without you if you don't leave soon.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
We
Goodbye.
should definitely sail.
Alright.
I pocket a waffle. I'm just...
As I'm like leaving, I'm just gonna pocket that bell that's in the hallway.
Sleight of hand.
Drop it in dings and pounds.
Yeah, you pick it up and ding, 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 and staff begins converging on you.
I put my hands up like it wasn't me.
So it's a chime of summoning.
No, it's just loud and we know to come.
FYI, I'm already like 100 yards walking towards the boat.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'll dismiss all the servants and put the bell back, and then escort everyone out of the hole. I'll give Maximum the dagger to hold on to.
Yeah, and then I'm already 100 yards ahead. You know, like,
I would have given it to you at the table. Yeah.
perfect.
When I took it.
Perfect.
Kanatar makes a mental note to spend time with Ripley to discuss children and like the fact that not all creatures that are the same size as Advar are adults. Can be given weapons and such.
So they're not halflings? Or
No,
kinder?
they're newborn essentially. They're still fresh. They're still learning the world. It's best not to put them in danger or give them items that could put them in danger.
She's already putting her brother in danger. We don't need to give her a magical dagger.
So a mundane dagger would have been better.
No dagger.
A stick.
But her grandfather doesn't like sticks.
No, he doesn't respect them as weapons.
Yet he walks around on one.
No, he doesn't. He
Doesn't he
limps
have a
like
peg
a
leg?
real. He does. It's metal, and he limps like a real man.
As we're walking, I'll kind of turn to Roderick and be like, believe it or not, I've had worse introductions to people. Things seem to go fairly well.
But I'm impressed. Yeah. Yeah. I admit it's not the type of. I guess I don't know when Ripley joined you, but I gotta imagine as much as Lord Ebenezer sent you guys out as a trade group, you would have been better prepared for these types of scenarios.
You would hope.
Well, like so many people, you meet on the road. We met up with him at the First Grove area that was already compromised. So that's why it was a little less magical, but it was still one of the groves, and yeah. Seems like we're getting closer,
Look, I'm just really good at understanding what people want, and I like to facilitate that.
Not everything somebody wants is good for them, Ripley. It's important to understand what might be appropriate. If a man is wanting to kill you, are you going to allow him to do so because he wants it?
No, survival instincts kicks in then. It's kill or be killed.
Shall we? Sorry.
Oh, you're fine if you have something to say, Maxim. Go ahead.
Oh no, I wanted to Ripley go.
Oh,
Oh, I said it, by survival instincts, it's kill or be killed. Someone tries to kill me, I, go for the cheap shot and then take them out.
As I mentioned, everybody, should we take this down the road and leave Sir Roderick's family in peace?
I assume we're talking about this on the wagon.
Yeah, as you guys are traveling back, yeah. All right. So, as you all get onto the boat, you leave Kargoth. The coastline begins to shift and change. The cliffs soften, descending into broader stretches of pine and beech trees that ran almost to the water's edge. Rivers spilled into the sea in silver braids, their mouths marked by sandbars and shifting currents. Inland, the Vingard Mountains grew more distant, replaced by lower, rolling highlands veined with narrow roads and the occasional watch post. The air grows warmer. The gulls thin. Let me change the music real quick. You begin to see long, narrow elven vessels, sleek and quiet, their sails dyed in muted greens and silvers. These ships move differently from human crafts. They do not cut through waves. They seem to glide atop them. On the 5th day of this journey, the sea deepens into richer blue as they passed further from Solamnic waters. Pods of dolphins follow the bow for nearly an hour, darting through the waves as though racing the ship itself. On the 7th day, the coast turned distinctly Qualinesti. Here the forests thicken into true woodland. great stretches of oak and maple rising behind narrow beaches. The trees stood close together, their canopy unbroken for miles, even from offshore. There is a sense of deliberation in that growth. Not wildness exactly, not untamed, guarded, reclaimed. The War of the Lance had driven many elves from their homes. Qualinesti had suffered, though not as visibly as Sylvanesti. Refugees had passed through these lands. Armies had marched. Dragons had flown overhead. But now banners bearing the white stag of Qualinesti fly high once more from coastal towers. Smoke from hearth fires rise in steady domestic lines. Fishing boats returned in orderly patterns at dusk. As you sail further south, the shoreline curves inward, forming a broad inlet, Newport. It had not existed long before the war, and it had grown only because of it. Where once there had been simple docks and modest storehouses, now there stood an expanded arbor district, built in elegant elven design. Arched piers of pale wood reinforced with stone foundations. Lanterns of green glass hang from curved posts, ready to glow at night with mage light that shimmers softly rather than flaring. Here you guys go. Beyond the docks, the town rises. Newport is a blend of necessity and heritage. The buildings closest to the water are practical warehouses, rope makers, smithies. But above them, rising gently inland, stood graceful structures of white oak and living wood, shaped through elven craft rather than cut. Balconies wrapped around ancient trees left standing at the center of plazas. Bridges of woven roots connected under levels where the terrain lifts. It was not the grand splendor of pre-war Quellenesta, but it was deliberate, purposeful, hopeful in a quieter way. And further inland, barely visible from the water, loomed the darker line of woods waiting your arrival. Older, denser, taller than any trees you all have seen before in your lives. Welcome to Qualinesti. And everybody, when we come back in 2 weeks, this is where we begin. Here's a handout of information you guys can pick up on and learn about. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Thank you, Joy.